Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Gold Rush. Alum Todd Hoffman selling potato nugget. Todd Hoffman was originally the creator of Gold Rush on Discovery Channel, and he's still in the mining game. But he also sells gold, like his potato nugget. He does take a break from mining interests because he's also a singer and did quite well. Always aware that financial depression can cause problems, he keeps an eye on what's happening with inflation and the value of gold. After Gold Rush, Todd filmed for Hoffman Family Gold. In 2022, fans who followed Discovery mining shows heard that the Hoffman family was on TV with Hoffman Family Gold. At the time, they faced a challenge to extract a profitable amount of gold in Alaska, north of Nome. Similar scenes play out on Discovery's Gold Rush all the time. Limited time, dangerous working conditions, and a make-or-break situation keep fans coming back more. Todd Hoffman left Gold Rush in 2018, but a special in 2022 revealed him with a bunch of nuggets. Other familiar faces appeared, and many scenes showed the more successful mining outcomes. These days, some of those gold nuggets are in the safekeeping of the Hoffman family, and now Todd is selling one. Actually, he always seems to find one way or another to stay afloat with gold. Todd Hoffman is selling his potato nugget. On April 4, the Discovery star took to his Facebook account and shared some news about selling a huge nugget of gold. In the photos, it could be seen that it was long enough to fit almost across his palm. Naturally, Gold Rush fans seemed very impressed with it. **** Gold Rush. Alum Todd Hoffman selling potato nugget ***. In the heart of Oregon's rugged wilderness, where the dense pines stand like sentinels and the rivers whisper of forgotten dreams, a tale as curious as it is captivating has begun to unravel. The protagonist of this story is none other than Todd Hoffman, the burly and bearded star of the hit reality show Gold Rush. Known for his unyielding determination in the face of adversity and his larger-than-life personality, Todd has always been a figure who commands attention. But this time it's not his relentless pursuit of gold that has people talking, it's something far more peculiar. The legend begins with a nugget, but not just any nugget. This one is round and lumpy, more reminiscent of a misshapen potato than the gleaming chunks of gold that have fueled men's dreams for centuries. Todd Hoffman, however, saw something special in this nugget. A quirky twist of fate, perhaps, or a symbol of the unpredictable nature of gold hunting, a field where fortunes can be made or lost in the blink of an eye. Todd found the nugget on one of his many gold-seeking expeditions, tucked away in the silt of a stream bed that looked no different from the thousands he had sifted through before. At first he thought it was just an oddly shaped rock, one of those stones that make you pause for a second before you toss it aside. But when he pulled it out of the water, he noticed something odd. It was heavy, heavier than it should have been for a rock of that size. As the mud washed away, a dull gleam began to emerge, and Todd's seasoned eyes recognized that he had something truly unusual on his hands. The nugget, roughly the size of a russet potato, was indeed gold, but its bizarre shape made it a curiosity, something that stood out from the neatly formed nuggets that most miners hoped to find. Its surface was pitted and rough, resembling the skin of an unpeeled potato, with dimples and irregularities that made it look almost organic, as if it had been shaped not by geological forces, but by some playful hand of fate. Word of Todd's find spread quickly through the small, tight-knit community of miners and prospectors. In an industry where every nugget has a story, this one was a tale worth telling. People began to speculate about its origins. Some suggested that it had been formed in a volcanic pocket, where molten gold had mixed with other minerals before being expelled and cooled into its unique form. Others believed it was simply a fluke, a one-in-a-million chance that had produced a piece of gold unlike any other. But Todd, ever the showman, had a different idea. He saw the nugget as a symbol of the journey that he and his team had undertaken, a journey full of twists, turns, and unexpected discoveries. The nugget, with its odd shape and unexpected heft, was a metaphor for the gold mining life, never straightforward, always challenging, but sometimes delivering rewards that were as surprising as they were precious. Instead of hoarding his find or melting it down, Todd decided to put the nugget up for sale, but this was no ordinary sale. True to his larger-than-life persona, Todd framed the sale as an event, a momentous occasion that would draw attention not just from gold enthusiasts, but from anyone who appreciated the strange and the extraordinary. He dubbed the nugget the potato and began to promote it as a piece of gold mining history. It wasn't just a lump of gold, it was a conversation starter, a piece of nature's art, and a symbol of the wild, unpredictable spirit of the gold rush. The nugget was marketed not just to collectors of gold, but to anyone who saw the beauty in the unusual and the value in the unexpected. As news of the sale spread, interest began to grow. Bidders from around the world started to take notice, not just because of the nugget's intrinsic value, but because of the story that came with it. Todd's tale of discovery, his decision to keep the nugget in its raw, unpolished form, and his refusal to treat it as just another commodity struck a chord with people. In the days leading up to the sale, Todd held a series of online events where he talked about the nugget, shared stories from his gold mining days, and discussed the philosophy behind his decision to sell it. He even hinted that there might be more such nuggets out there, waiting to be found by those who were brave enough to venture into the unknown and patient enough to sift through the ordinary to find the extraordinary. In the world of reality television, few names have resonated as deeply as Todd Hoffman's. The bearded, burly prospector became a household name thanks to Gold Rush, a show that captured the trials, triumphs, and treacherous terrains of those daring enough to seek their fortune in gold. Yet even the most seasoned of miners could not predict the peculiar turn that Hoffman's story would take, leading to one of the most unexpected auctions in the history of the Gold Rush era, a nugget shaped like a potato. Yes, you read that right. A nugget, shaped like a potato. It all began in the icy, remote wilderness of Alaska, where Hoffman and his crew were working tirelessly through the season, battling the elements, the machinery, and sometimes each other. Day after day they toiled in the dirt, shoveling, sifting, and sluicing in search of those glittering specks that had lured them into the wild. The promise of striking it rich was always just around the corner, or so they hoped. The nugget, however, was not discovered during a glamorous, high-stakes excavation. It wasn't the product of a massive, adrenaline-pumping dig that would make for primetime television drama. No, the moment was far more mundane, almost laughably so. Todd Hoffman, with his trademark grim determination, was overseeing the day's haul when something caught his eye in the pan of a young, inexperienced miner. Amidst the usual mix of mud, rocks, and silt, a small, oddly shaped lump gleamed back at him. Hoffman squinted, leaned in closer, and with a mix of curiosity and disbelief, he picked up the strange object. It was gold, that much was clear, but it was the shape that baffled him. Roughly the size of a large potato, the nugget was not the angular, jagged form that one might expect from a chunk of gold torn from the earth. Instead, it was rounded, with smooth, natural contours that bore an uncanny resemblance to the humble spud. "Is this for real?" he muttered to himself, turning the nugget over in his hands, trying to make sense of what he was seeing. The crew gathered around, each one taking a turn at holding the golden potato, their expressions ranging from bemusement to awe. It wasn't the largest nugget they'd ever found, not by a long shot, but it was by far the most peculiar. News of the discovery spread quickly, both within the camp and beyond. Soon, the potato nugget became the stuff of legend, a quirky tale that added a new chapter to the already colorful history of the gold rush. It wasn't long before collectors and gold enthusiasts began to take an interest, their imaginations fired by the sheer novelty of the find. Todd Hoffman, ever the shrewd businessman, recognized an opportunity when he saw one. The nugget was unique, and in the world of gold, uniqueness often carried a hefty price tag. But how much could a potato-shaped nugget really be worth? There was only one way to find out. Hoffman decided to put the nugget up for auction, a move that sparked both excitement and skepticism. Was this just another gimmick, a ploy to grab headlines and capitalize on his gold rush fame? Or was there genuine value in this golden oddity? The auction was held in a lavish ballroom in downtown Seattle, a far cry from the rough and tumble mining camps where the nugget had been unearthed. The room buzzed with anticipation as bidders from around the world, both in person and online, prepared to stake their claim on a piece of gold rush history.